Did you know that Bitcoin is now being considered a core financial asset by the state governments in the United States? That's right. Some US states are not just adopting Bitcoin, they are planning to hold it as part of their strategic reserves. Imagine this: governments treating Bitcoin like digital gold, using it to hedge against inflation, diversify reserves, and even strengthen their economic position. This could be the beginning of a monumental shift, signaling a deeper integration of cryptocurrency into the traditional financial system. In this video, we'll uncover the innovative moves by states that have already announced their plans to adopt Bitcoin in their reserves. We'll also explore the ripple effects this could have for Bitcoin's role in the global financial system, and which states and countries might be next to follow. Get ready for some insights that could reshape how you think about Bitcoin's place in the world economy. Let's go. Pennsylvania is one of the first to take concrete action. Representative Mike Cabell introduced the Pennsylvania Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Act, which would allow the state treasury to invest up to 10% of its $7 billion reserves into Bitcoin. That's potentially 700 million worth of Bitcoin. Why? Pennsylvania sees Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and an opportunity to diversify beyond traditional assets like cash and bonds. Cabell says this move could position Pennsylvania as a financial innovator among US states. But Pennsylvania is not alone. Texas, already a leader in Bitcoin mining, is also highly interested. Representative Giovanni Cabriglione proposed a bill to establish a state-managed Bitcoin reserve. The goal is clear: protect Texas' economy from inflation, boost innovation, and even allow Bitcoin miners to pay taxes in cryptocurrency. Texas is embracing Bitcoin not just as an investment, but as a strategic tool to integrate into its financial system. To summarize, the bill would effectively see Texas buy and hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset, securely store the Bitcoin in cold storage for at least 5 years, allow Texas residents to donate Bitcoin to the reserve, and allow state agencies to accept cryptocurrencies, convert them to Bitcoin. All this would establish rules for security, donations, and management. And it doesn't stop there. According to Dennis Porter, CEO of the Satoshi Action Fund, at least 10 other states are planning similar legislation to create their own Bitcoin reserves. While the names of these states haven't been revealed yet, this growing trend shows a nationwide shift towards Bitcoin as a long-term strategic asset. Bitcoin is also making headlines at the federal level. Senator Cynthia Lummis has introduced the Bitcoin Act of 2024, which proposes a US strategic Bitcoin reserve. The plan is ambitious. The federal government would acquire up to 1 million Bitcoins over 5 years, buying 200,000 Bitcoins annually. These reserves would be held for at least 20 years to strengthen the US dollar and ensure America remains a leader in the crypto space. Why Bitcoin? With only 21 million Bitcoin ever to exist, its scarcity makes it resistant to inflation, unlike fiat currencies, which can be printed endlessly. Bitcoin is also decentralized, meaning no government or single entity controls it. This makes it an attractive option for states and countries looking for financial independence and stability in uncertain times. The US smells this opportunity and could have a huge advantage if they were the first to buy Bitcoin if other nations were to follow. If more states follow Pennsylvania and Texas, Bitcoin could become a key part of the US financial strategy. Imagine a future where governments hold Bitcoin alongside gold and cash reserves. This could increase Bitcoin's adoption, stabilize its value, and further integrated into the global financial system. Bitcoin is also grabbing attention in Germany. Former German finance minister Christian Lindner has recently advocated for the inclusion of Bitcoin in Germany's financial reserves. He argues that adopting digital assets like Bitcoin could enhance the country's financial resilience and align with global economic trends, especially as nations like the United States consider similar strategies under the upcoming Donald Trump administration. As Germany approaches its upcoming elections, the positions of political figures like Lindner on Bitcoin and digital assets are important for the future of the country's financial policies. Russian President Putin recently mentioned that Bitcoin cannot be banned during a press conference. Russia has reportedly even started using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to get around international sanctions. This shows how Bitcoin gives countries a way to stay financially independent no matter what. Bitcoin is only getting started, and its future looks unstoppable. If the United States adopt Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset, it would set a precedent that no nation or major institution could afford to ignore. This creates a powerful game theory dynamic. As one country or state begins accumulating Bitcoin, others will feel compelled to follow to avoid being left behind. The same applies to companies. If competitors hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets as a hedge or investment, others will need to do the same to stay competitive. This chain reaction of adoption could drive Bitcoin's value and relevance to new heights. From this point forward, Bitcoin's success would become self-sustaining. Thank you for tuning in, and now I want to know, what is your opinion on Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset? Comment down below, and until then, see you in the next video.